Sí. Hola, hola. Buenos días. ¿Cómo están? ¿Ya tomaron café?
Ya tenemos tuyos otra vez. Hello, hello. It's me again. Welcome to everybody. Welcome to our team leaders, supervisors, and participants that are meeting. And here in Mexico, these have two different activities. As I mentioned it before, for the ones that joined it earlier, we will have one conference related on software developers. Secondly, we will have the team leader sessions. For activity, that is the conference, we are starting in 2 minutes, and all of you will have the opportunity to interact with our speaker by the chat, but also by raising your hand, and as soon as we give microphone, you can open your microphone and give your question. So I hope that you enjoy this activity. I please keep your microphone off and please open your camera, because at the end you will be also showing your faces by streaming. It's amazing to have all your cameras open to be streaming live. So thank you so much. There is is there any question here? Nope, I think so. Is everybody? Well, just please write it on the chat and I will answer ASAP. Thank you so much. Enjoy the day. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever part of the world you are watching APSIS 2021. My name is Liliana, and I will be joining you throughout this amazing event, the Asia Pacific Conference of Young Scientists 2021. So let's start this beautiful day with another interesting conference about open source as a key in humankind development by Mr. Gustavo Muñoz. But before I introduce you to Mr. Gustavo Muñoz, I would like to remind the audience that you can participate in the question and answer section at the end of the conference. So it is a pleasure now to introduce you to Mr. Muñoz. He is an industrial and a systems developer, entrepreneur, and aspiring artist. Anagramma, his first project, is a renowned through which he developed his restaurant projects. He is part of software and database science businesses promoting social. He has been recognized for his open source type 1 diabetes related to software projects and built himself an artificial pancreas opportunity to become a TEDx speaker. So welcome, dear Mr. Muñoz. We are very glad to have you. The mic is yours.
For this to be a participant of this conference. I would like to begin the conference. Can you please set up the presentation, please, on the screen? I'm not seeing it. This talk is going to be about open source software and hardware. And I'm going to talk about a little bit of different points of view related to the subject and how, in my personal experience, has helped the community and people and humans in general to advance in different subjects. For this talk, specifically health-related subjects. So again, I'm Gustavo. I'm an industrial and systems engineer by study. I have a bachelor's degree from college. I became a software developer and entrepreneur by interest in life. And I became an open source software advocate by chance. I wasn't looking for it, but I slowly discovered the greatness in software development and specifically in open source and sharing. So the thing that characterizes my projects is that I'm always involved in things I know very little about. I refuse to see the world as a black box. I hate feeling that way. So I have a lot of curiosity for those types of things. So I like doing research, reading, and experimenting. And I think that this is a very central point of this talk, curiosity. I think that when we grow up as children, we are very curious and we ask a lot of interesting questions. And many times as we grow older, we see how this curiosity fades out in life and we end up not having curiosity and not achieving many of the things or learning many of the things that we could have learned or achieved by having a little bit more of curiosity. So I have observed this duality in many people and specifically in one of my personal heroes, this guy here in the picture. He's Dr. Frederick Banting. He was born in 1891 in a farmhouse outside of Alliston, Ontario in Canada. And he first began studying arts at the Victoria College, that is part of the University of Columbia, but apparently he failed at arts. So after failing, he joined the School of Medicine to become an orthopedic surgeon. So he became a doctor. and he began teaching and lecturing pharmacology at the University of Toronto. In 1920, he was asked to give a lecture on the pancreas and the metabolism related to the pancreas. So he actually, since he was an orthopedic surgeon, he knew very little about pancreas and the metabolism. And he actually acknowledged this and told the people that were inviting him to give the class that he lacked the knowledge about the subject. But he started reading, he started doing research, books and reports. And those reports that he read by other scientists where there were interesting findings, they fueled Banting's interest in the pancreas and insulin. And I know many of you might not be familiar with the function of the pancreas and the function of insulin and type 1 diabetes. I am a person with type 1 diabetes, and I'm going to try to explain in a very simplistic way how this works. So imagine that we have a healthy person. Everyone has a blood glucose level, and that blood is basically the concentration of related to the volume of blood in your body, and that amount during the day into activity, according to how much food, according to exercise, the stress level, very system. And I'm going to, if there's like technologists looking at this presentation, I apologize because I simplified it a lot just to make it clear what the pancreas is. So we're going to start with the stomach.